social extortion enterprises have added a new and rather unpleasant dimension to online communication. From extortion mafias to sexual extortion syndicate, it's become important for consumers to protect themselves. For more on this, we're joined via Zoom now by organised crime investigator Chad Thomas to tell us how this is working for us. Chad, good afternoon and thanks for your time. So I suppose the question is, can artificial intelligence or AI be used successfully to combat extortion and corruption and everything else in the dark world out there?
Rebecca, good afternoon to you and the viewers. I think we first have to just look at what is happening in the world at the moment, specifically with regards to sextortion and perhaps how AI can help. So sextortion is where fraudsters deliberately set out, scammers, extortion artists deliberately set out to compromise an individual into sharing photographs that could be explicit and could be used against an individual. We've seen an incredible spike. If I tell you the percentages, it's almost unbelievable. If one looks to the United States, from 2021, where there were about 130 odd reported cases, that jumped in 2023 to about 26,000 cases. You're talking about an 18,000% increase in sextortion. So sextortion is where people using a fake identity are reaching out primarily to teenagers and trying to get them to share these explicit photos and they then blackmail them. Very sadly, it's resulted in the death of a number of teenagers through suicide, but it's not just teenagers that have been targeted. South Africa has been targeted. A lot of people have lost a significant amount of money as a result of these syndicates. And although the two prime syndicates operate out of West Africa, the one known as the Yahoo Boys, the other known as the Black Axe, we've even got homegrown syndicates in South Africa, one that operates out of Guyana in Limpopo, another that was identified operating out of the Leopold prison in Johannesburg, and another syndicate operating out of Pretoria.
All right. So, from what you say, this is similar to what we would have called grooming a couple of years ago. Somebody posing as somebody else, fake profile. So, one has to also ask, on the other hand, then, Chad, can the same technology not be used to identify what's real and what isn't, who's real and who isn't?
Well, that's the steps that need to be taken. And when one looks at the different social media platforms that are being used, there should be an obligation from the social media platforms to be running some or other algorithm